What is up, everybody? My name is Evan. I'm here with Noah, and this is your Select Talent College Football 25 podcast going over the first half of the first season, looking at what we're going to be looking at for the rest of the season, season 2, and things to look forward to. So, first thing, what's up, Noah? How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. We are in week 9 for Division 1, and I believe week 10 or 11 for Division 2. So we're going to start off Division 2 right away. Right now, top of the leaderboards, we got Virginia Tech 9-0, Colorado 11-0, Baylor 8-0, and Purdue 9-0. Those are the top 4 teams we're going to be looking at this week. Virginia Tech, or actually, we'll start with Baylor, actually. I think the first one of my screenshots. Let me see. Baylor, what do you got for me?
Yeah, so Baylor is just super efficient, whether it's offense or defense. For the most part, they are very efficient. They have a couple shootouts, but their quarterback is throwing 43 touchdowns, 5 picks right now, with a 75% completion rate. It's really hard to lose games when you're passing the ball that well.
Yeah, super, super electric team to watch if you can catch any of their streams. Like I said, everything is in the Discord. If you guys want to find any of these streams when people are playing, they're going to be in the streams channel. You can find them there. Everyone schedules their games and posts them in advance for you to see. So look there. Next team we got Colorado, 11-0. They haven't had any bye weeks yet. What do we got here?
Man, Colorado, every single game is a shootout with them. I see one game from them that is, I kid you not, 77-35 against Arizona State. It's just that quarterback over there is just slinging the ball. I believe he leads that league in passing yards. He has 54 touchdowns, but he does have 21 picks. So we'll see how that translates as they get deeper into the season, and they get into playoffs and stuff like that. We'll see how that inefficiency, in my opinion, works out for them.
They haven't had a game scoring less than 45 points, I think it is. That's their lowest scoring game. That's actually crazy. That's
It's insane, but the concern there is that a lot of their opponents score so much.
that's true.
So it's like, and with this game, we just see so many swings that it's like we, on one hand, we see the big points, but on the other hand, we see the big points from the opposing team. So we'll just have to see how that works out in playoffs.
Next team in Division Two, we've got Purdue. Purdue is 9-0 right now. They've had a 138-point game. Tell me about this Purdue team.
Yeah, Purdue is just electric. I mean, they 138 points, 105 points, 87 points. It's like these guys can't stay out of the end zone, and they're overall just a really good team. I think that they play defense really well, even though sometimes the score won't show that. A lot of those points come late, so I think that they're just a really solid team overall.
I don't think I have a screenshot of it, but I do think Purdue's quarterback is actually leading the league in passing yards. I think he's actually over 5,000. I think he's got a little bit more than Colorado's quarterback, but he is a little bit less efficient, and that's why I didn't screenshot that. And the last team we got here in Division 2, actually we have two. We got Virginia Tech, the Hokies.
hmm
Tell me about this.
Go Hokies. I mean, another good team, not as electric as the other teams where it's like big play, but they're just efficient. They just take care of business every time they go out there, and they hold their opponents to low scores in comparison to other teams. Their defense is solid, their offense is solid, and they always get the job done. That's why they're number one.
To play devil's advocate, they haven't played any teams with a good record. They beat Louisville first week, who's decent. They're 6-3, and their other competitive game, I guess Miami, they won by 4, is 5-2, and then Georgia Tech 7-2. But the rest of their games, 4-4, 1-7, 3-6, 2-6, 3-4. Losing records. So that's just something to keep on the lookout. I believe Tulane is D2 as well. They
Uh,
are 8-1.
Yeah, another solid team that doesn't let up a lot of points, but they also don't score a lot of points. So they go out, they get the job done. The stats don't look like, for example, like Colorado, where they're going out and it's shootouts, but their defense plays really well. Their offense gets points on the board, and they win games. You can't complain about that. Same issue with them though, where we're questioning the competition. So the teams that they're playing, they're not the greatest teams. So once we see them go against a team that is ranked in the top 10, ranked in the top 15. How well will they fare? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking like going to be a shootout come bowl season, come conferences. We're going to have a few teams fighting for that championship. Let's move over to D1 here. D1, we got Tennessee 9-0, Penn State 8-1, Kansas State 8-1, and I think those are the three we have looking at right now. I will also say, Baylor's D1. I didn't realize that. My apologies. Baylor's D1, not D2. Ohio State just upset Penn State. Penn State was 8-0. And they just lost last game to Ohio State. That is a big note. But let's start off there. Where's my Penn State stats at? All right, Penn State. What do you got for me?
And Penn State, another one of those teams that goes out and gets the job done. They play good defense. They come out and they run the ball down your throat, so they chew that clock. And they, like I said, they win those games. So it's their running back right now has 27 touchdowns, and I believe he's over 2K. Or he's right at 2K rushing yards. He's gonna break it because they're 9 games in. But man, that team is just so solid, such a rock, and it really does. It really does suck that they got upset the other day, but I think that team's going to be a really strong team and a really hard team to beat when it comes playoff time.
Quarterback has almost an 80% completion rate. Like, their defense is solid. The most they've let up in a game is 28 points, and they beat them by 40. Like, they shut out Purdue 59-0.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, this team is going to be. If you're matched up with this team come playoff time, like you got to do your preparation and you got to stop that running back and get those turnovers because he does not make mistakes. That coach is up there for coach of the year, one of the best.
Yeah, super excited for that. Who else we got? We got Tennessee. Tell me about Tennessee. 9-0, top of Division 1 right now.
I mean, you look at the stats; it tells you everything that you need to know. The offense does its job, but it's really the defense that is carrying this team. 16 sacks from James Pierce Jr. Need I say more? 32 sacks combined over the entirety of the roster. There's nothing really to say other than you know that defense is gonna get stops. That defense is gonna get turnovers, and the offense is gonna capitalize. There's a reason why they're undefeated.
I'll tell you right now, I had the pleasure of losing to this team. 48-30. That score did not speak for itself. It was way worse than that. I genuinely felt like I couldn't run the ball that game. This team it's a demoralizing loss. Like, yeah, they get some scores, but like you said, the defense is crazy. Some of these the scores don't portray the game well. Like 31-28 against Alabama. Alabama's a good team, but let me tell you, man, this Tennessee team is not one that you want to face going into bowl season, going into playoffs. Who else we got?
I'm excited. I'm hoping. I'm excited to see if we get the pleasure of Penn State versus Tennessee to see how well that running back does against that defense, or vice versa, how well that defense does against that running back and that very efficient quarterback.
That would be absolutely awesome to watch. Did we go over Kansas State already? I think it's the last team we have.
Kansas State is the last team, which to me, it's just Kansas State gets the job done. I look at their stats, I look at what they've done, and I'm like, man, they get the job done every week, but I really don't know how they do it. I'm like they played good teams, and they just get the job done every time they get out. Or they go out and they play their games. They kind of remind me of Tulane and Virginia Tech, where it's like we're not talking about them for these like MVP or offensive player or any of that, but they come out every single week and they get the job done. Their record shows it, and I mean they're just gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Don't sleep on them.
Their quarterback has thrown 4 picks all season. That's efficient. That's efficient.
Very efficient, insanely efficient. That's my thing with a lot of these teams is. Either all the good teams, you either have a high power offense where you're going to get big plays, you're going to get their turnovers, but it's either big plays or extremely efficient. You don't get these people who are one sided where it's just running the ball or just passing the ball. It's these teams that are multifaceted, good defense, good offense. So come bowl season, like you said, it's going to be a spectacle to watch these teams go head to head with each other.
Yeah, I know you can't see this, but we're going to move into highlights real quick. We're going to ask you guys, we're going to show 5 quick highlights, and then we're going to ask you guys to vote on which you one thought was best. So, Noah, if you go into the Select Talent College Football 25 highlights channel, you're going to be able to watch. First one we're going to watch was a clip from me. This is week 2, Oklahoma versus Kansas. I believe this is a halfback screen that I toss here. Inside juke. Another one, little hurdle to finish it off. Oh my God! That's a clip! 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 And you can hear how excited I am during that clip. That's the first one. Number 2, we got same game. A user pick coming in here from the safety. Supposed to be in a deep zone. Just gonna read a little drag route coming here. Hop the route. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then a little shacked in a full moment. I wasted timeout. My last timeout. No. Wasted my last timeout, and I think I ended up losing that game because of it. One more from this game. We've got Kansas responding with a highlight of their own. Running back breaks out for an insane play. Broken tackle, broken tackle, broken tackle, broken tackle, broken tackle. What? What? A lot of highlights coming in from week 1. Scroll down a little bit. We've got this one here. We've got Boise State Stanford matchup. We got a trick play coming in at the end of the game. Game winner. Starting in a wildcat formation. Hands the ball off. Flea flicker. Tosses this thing down the field 60 yards for the game. That is my vote for play of the week. Play of the. It's not week because we're in week 9, but that's my vote for top play so far. So that's the third one, and then we got one more here.
Yep, go quick.
From Syracuse, I'm gonna restart this.
Yep, go quick.
Little quick screen,
go.
and
He's
just
got the speed. He's
takes
got the
it
juice.
all the way
Callaway
to the house.
To the 10.
That's one of the most broken plays in college football so far.
It's
It's that wide receiver quick screen. You got to jump on it.
I completely agree. The screens are so powerful this year.
Last thing that we've got going is we got two more things on the agenda real quick. First is adjustments we're going to make for season 2. Some administrative work that I want to kind of go into real quick. We are running low on time because I do have to work here. But some things we've noticed is we are having some inactivity with some teams in the Division 1 and Division 2 area. So we normally have 32 teams. We are going to cut that down from 32 teams to 28 teams in Season 2, just so that we're not as cluttered. We have another spot or two for some commissioners to come in and be able to keep track of stats, to be able to advance the week accordingly if something goes wrong with one of the other ones, or to have a team from Division 2 move up if they're playing very well, and a team from Division 1 to move down to Division 2 if they're playing very poorly. That being said, that won't take effect until the end of Season 2 because we want to honor all of the recruiting that has happened this year. So regardless if you have a poor record or not, we know people have been trying hard in their recruiting, and we just want to make sure we're honoring that and we're not setting someone else up. If I were to take over, let's say Purdue, and Purdue were to take over Oklahoma, that's my team, we're not recruiting for each other. So all of the efforts for the players that we wanted to get the following season, we're not going to see the reward of that. So we want to make sure coaches are getting a chance to see those recruits come in. One more thing that we're going to do is we are implementing a new commissioner that's going to oversee the college football scene for us. His name is Corey. You guys may know him as Purdue. He has been really active in the Discord. He's been helping us out a lot. So we're super thankful for him. He is also going to be spearheading the coaches show, which he's already kind of dabbled with in the Discord a little bit. Basically what that's going to be is on a weekly basis, maybe even twice a week, he's going to have some coaches come into a group call and just chop it up and basically say, hey, Evan, you played Kansas State this week. You got pummeled. What happened? Tell us about it. And the coaches get to kind of dissect, give each other props, say, hey, this play was kind of broken. Let's ban it. Let's ban it this week. And just being able to hear the inside perspective from coaches with the coaches show. So that'll be something Corey's going to be spearheading in the future. That's my alarm telling me it's time for me to go to work. But we're going to wrap this up real quick. And then, no, am I forgetting any other administrative changes we're making in season two?
No, you mentioned it, but just to reiterate that that people who obviously own their team will have priority on keeping their team when we
Yes.
roll into season two. So if you have like Evan said, he has Oklahoma. If he chooses that he wants Oklahoma again, he'll have priority on that team going into season two. Just to
Yes.
reiterate that.
Yes. Yes. Now, at the end of season two, if I play poorly, a new team from Division Two can move up and take Oklahoma from me, or a new user coming in to register for the league for their first time can take Oklahoma for me, just to make sure we're getting that coaching carousel in and we're rotating coaches to see this really dynasty get off the ground and get moving. One more thing we wanted to announce: NBA 2. Oh, actually, before we get into the 2K announcement, season one rewards. We are having a custom made select talent jersey with college football 25 patches with your conference, with the year that you won with your dynasty. We will have a real life custom made jersey for the winning coaches in Division 1 and Division 2 for Xbox and for PlayStation. So be on the lookout for that. Coaches coming playoff time and conference championships and national championships. If you win your conference championship, you will be getting a jersey. So keep your eyes on that. Next thing for season two, we are going to a paid format. We have noticed that, like we said, we've had some inactivity. So to kind of negate that, to incentivize coaches to stay competitive and to stay active, that you're playing for something a little bit more than just bragging rights, we're going to add a pay-to-play fee. Division 2 teams will be a little bit cheaper. We're thinking right now Division 2 teams are going to be $20, and Division 1 teams are going to be $40 for the buy-in. We may adjust that price. We have a feedback tab that if you guys aren't really necessarily comfortable with that, let us know in the feedback tab in the Discord. Segueing from college football, we are announcing our NBA 2K League for 2K25. This is something we've been doing for years. A lot of the Select Talent guys started off playing 2K together. That's how I met Matt. Me and him are the co-founders of Select Talent, was playing 2K back in 2K17. So we go way back. Starting mid-September, let the game be out for a few weeks. We are going to start our 2K League. We're aiming between 10 to 12 teams. If we get more than that, we'll accept them. But at the bare minimum, we want 10 to 12 teams. The buy-in for each team is going to be $100. We will have 2 free agent teams. If you don't have a team, we'll have a draft combine. You can showcase your skills, and we'll have a free agent team. Free agents are $15 a piece, and you'll be put on a team. You guys will have a regular season where you'll play a round robin. You'll play other teams. The top 4 teams with the top 4 teams with the most games played, regardless of your record. You could lose. If you played 25 games and you only won 2 of them, but you have the most game, you have the top 4 games played, you're automatically in the playoffs. So we're rewarding teams that are going to play the game and that are going to be diligent and be active. The other teams that are making the playoffs have the best record. We'll seed you from there on out. But we're looking at a $1,000 prize pot for the winning team. We're super excited for that. NBA 2K25 comes out in 3 days, comes out Wednesday the 4th. We're super excited for it. Noah, anything to add?
I would just reiterate for both leagues that you're paying to play, so automatically get entered into that prize pot. And obviously, you have to win to get to that prize pot. So for college football, it would be conference championship would be an incentive. Getting the Heisman, winning the national championship, obviously. For 2K, it would be MVP. It would be defensive player of the year. It would be obviously winning the title. So just realize that you're not just playing to be entered and then you get nothing out of it. If you play well, you get rewarded for playing well.
Yeah, even second place in 2K, if you get to the finals and you lose, you're going to get your money back for the team. So that's basically free entry for the next year if you want to come back and play again. However, you want that $100 back is up to you and how you see fit. But that's going to do it for our podcast. We know this one was really short. We wanted to get some content out to you guys so that you could see what we were looking at in the near future. Going forward, we'll have better graphics. We'll have our outline a little bit cleaner. We'll have a little bit more stats for you guys. We may even have Corey on the podcast with us, just chopping it up. But we wanted to make sure we got some content out to the Select Talent community to show that we do care about you guys, and we are still working in progress to clean up this league. We do apologize. Season 1 has been a bit bumpy for the PlayStation side. Xbox has been really smooth so far, so shout out to Brendan running Xbox. He has been absolutely killing it. Also, shout out to our other commissioner and PlayStation, Anthony. He's also been a superstar. Super excited for what we have going here in the future. And this is me and Noah, and we're saying peace out.
Peace.